Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 3, and it reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry."
This is Dabu 7. I would prepare for blowback. I would prepare for some big event that's about to happen because Trump just confirmed that strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities just went down and that Air Force B-2 Spirit stealth bombers delivered the blow to the Fordo, the Natanz, and the Isfahan sites, 3 nuclear sites. He went on to state that the aircraft are out of the airspace and the reports on the ground are devastation. And as you can see here, this is from the Fordo plant. They got hit underground. They had to use underground bunker busters to hit this facility. And they just did so. You can see here on the right, the location of these places. Trump is going to give an address to the nation at 10 o'clock this evening to go over the details. I've warned about this for the longest time. We've known that this could escalate to something bigger. Iran does not have the military and the capabilities to come sending warships and everything our way. The one thing that they do have is a major cyber unit. Pompeo telegraphed that. He said that somewhere in the world it's going to get struck. It's pretty obvious we're behind this massive blow to the nuclear facilities. I would say prepare for cyber attacks for a major blow. This will not go without some kind of countermeasure. Blowback, as I call it, I would expect it in any time from here on out. So this is where we sit. I'll leave links. Join me on the live stream going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Diving down the rabbit holes on this stuff and going over details to all these stories. Hope to see you guys there Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern right here. Much love.
Yep. So there you have it. Hey, we here. And regardless of their cyber unit, of course it's going to be blowback. Duh. Okay? And not only, they don't have just a cyber unit, they have an alliance, okay, with major powers like Russia and China, all right? And as a matter of fact, I have an article, which before I grab that article, let me grab this real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 46, and it reads, "Unless your heart faint, okay, and ye fear for the rumor that should be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that another year shall come a rumor, and violence in the land, ruler against ruler." And now this rumor consists around news and reporting, okay, and this is exactly what we're doing right now, okay, and ultimately, all right, what you witness with, Babylon the Great being drawn out and bombing on Iran, okay, you're literally witnessing Babylon being drawn out, as you can see in the title. Okay, and ultimately what this is going to do is this is going to escalate this conflict that's happening in the East to a whole nother level. We got to understand the Third World War, as far as nuclear missiles being exchanged, okay, that's going to come at the end. All right, what this is signifying is that the Jacob's trouble, all right, and the MOTB are right at the door. All right, this is what we're measuring. Matter of fact, let me get another scripture. We're to measure the times diligently. We're measuring the times. You see? Now, contrary to what the world may think is going to happen, World War III is not going to manifest into its perfection until, again, those two major prophecies come to pass. All right, Jacob's trouble, all right, and the MOTB. All right, famine's got to come, teeth of wild beasts, pestilence. The lights got to go out. The gray got to go down. Okay? Look, the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1, and it reads, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs, right, the tokens, the prophecies, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. We there. All right? Hey, again, Jacob's trouble and the MOTB must come to pass first. Okay? And with this tension going on over here in the East, it's right at the door. And you better believe that Iran's allies are going to have something to say about this. Because, again, I have an article. Now, this article I brought out earlier last week, or mid last week, or what have you. Let me see here. I believe I brought this out. I brought out a couple articles. I could have brought this one out. I may have. I want to say I did, but needless to say, I'm bringing it out now. This is from Zero Hedge, and it's dated June 19th, 2025, right? And the title reads, look, Kremlin warns against U.S. intervention in Iran, right? Tells Israeli leaders, come to your senses. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did bring this out. All right, tells Israeli leaders, come to your senses. So the Kremlin, okay, the Kremlin warned U.S. against intervention in Iran. They warned them, okay? They warned them. Let's read into this article. It's real brief. Listen to what went down. Now, this is this past, when was this? Thursday. It was a Thursday press briefing, last Thursday. Listen to this, right? It reads, Moscow has warned Washington against getting involved in military actions targeting Iran, saying that such interference could lead to uncontrollable escalation and dire consequences, man. Look, Russian Foreign Minister spokeswoman Maria Zakharova described during a Thursday press briefing at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. This reads, quote, this is from her right here. We would like to especially warn Washington against military intervention in this situation, which would be an extremely dangerous step with truly unpredictable negative consequences, man. Okay, so this is where we stand. All right? So what's the Kremlin going to do? All right, regarding what Babylon the Great just did. All right, we understand, pursuant to Ezekiel 38, that Gog, Magog, Russia, the bear, is a guard unto Persia, man. So you know they're going to have something to say. There's going to be some type of response to this. You know? Hey, Babylon, you ain't out of the woods yet. All right, they're over here rejoicing, talking about they did a great job. You got Nada Jew talking about a great, this is a great step towards, matter of fact, let me see if I can find some of the shit they said. Just rejoicing way too soon, way too early. Here we go. Now I got this article from CNN World News, and this is an hour ago, roughly, right? Matter of fact, yeah, an hour ago. Updated at 10:50, well, not even an hour ago. Damn near 30 minutes ago. This was updated at 10:55. The title reads, Trump says Iran's key nuclear facilities were totally obliterated in U.S. strikes. Now, check this out. Let me show you something. Let me see if I can find it. It was a bit further down. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Here we go. I found it. This is what Netanyahu said. He said Trump's decisions to strike Iran will change history. All right. He says, this reads, quote, right here. President Trump and I often, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, there it is. This is what I wanted. It says this is quote, right? President Trump and I often say peace through strength. First comes strength, then comes peace. And tonight, President Trump in the United States acted with a lot of strength, Netanyahu added. Okay, so here it is. Hey, they're already, jumping for joy. They think, hey, you're not out of the woods yet. Okay, as we read in that previous article, Russia, in the form of the spokeswoman for Russia, all right, and she's speaking on behalf of the government of Russia, all right, they're coming with a bold stance, talking about if they get involved, it's going to come with dire consequences. So guess what? It's only a matter of time before something happens. But again, we know and we understand. I'm preaching to the choir, which you beloved Akiyam and Akwaf that didn't know. Jacob's Trouble and the MOTB are right at the door. They gotta be. All right, being that tensions are so high, all right, with the third world's woe. Okay, they gotta be right at the door. They're right there. You see? Let me see here. Right, and this is one of the analysis said almost impossible to imagine Iran's supreme leader won't respond, right, in the form of them or their allies. All right, Russia wouldn't make a bold stance like a bold statement like that for nothing. You already know. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akia. Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Barakatah. Hey, that's the spirit, brother. I opened up with that precept, but we'll read it again. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision, okay, which is the prophecies, is yet for an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And from my elders and apostles on down to the like-minded men, we've been telling you that this was going to pop off. All right, we've been telling you that this was going to happen. Okay? And you still got Jake out here getting ready for 4th of July. You got Jake that just got done celebrating Juneteenth. Okay? Renegade niggas still coming up to the camps with nothing, with a lot to say, but they ain't saying nothing. Okay? Niggas popping up on comment boards, spewing hot air. But here it is. You got Esau pushing a genius act. Okay, which is gonna allow him to bring forth this digital currency, and you got niggas still playing around. Hey, this is the reality, man. Okay, this is the reality. Let me get this too from the beloved brother. First Peter, all right, 4 and 7, it reads, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, watch until prayer." Right? You see, and we locked in. Okay, we locked in. We were locked in. We're paying attention. You had some brothers that were just chilling, laying low. And this came across the desk, and guess what? It's time to go to work. Okay, like Superman, man. You know what I mean? When Superman got, under the suit, Clark Kent under the suit, he got the, you know what I mean? He got the whole Superman get up, man. He just tears it off, and he's there. Hey, we here. We're paying attention. The men of the Lord are watching closely, man. And hey, guess what? At the end of the day, this is critical to do. Because this is what we want to get out of here so bad. We're hastening, okay, the day of salvation. And we understand it's going to come with turbulence, but we welcome it with open arms because we understand this is how we're going to get it. Hey, Jake is going to get it the hard way, man, pursuing the 2nd Ezra 7. And we're with it. And we're with the shits, like Jake say, and Jake in the world. And we with the shits through the spirit. Okay, we understand this is the only way. We have to, Yahweh Shai said what? Strive to enter in through the straight gate, man. Hey, this is the way. This is the way it goes, man. And that's why we welcome this with open arms. People think we crazy over here, excited over the fact that Babylon striked Iran. You got you got Babylonians nervous as hell. All right, with the reality of what just went down, man. But nah, not us. Hey, we here. We right here in the mouth of the beast, understanding that, hey, I'm on the east. Okay, you gotta understand, I'm on the East Coast, me personally. So if they, you know what I'm saying? You got Western Asia right there. You know, right across some body of water. You know, we'll get hit over here. You know, anybody in their right mind, you know, would be like, damn. But nah, not us. We're like, yeah, you know, bust another move, Trump. You know, and that's another thing. They're talking about, oh, they're not gonna escalate it. They're done now. Come on, man. That's like slapping somebody in the face and saying, yo, we good. You know what I mean? I done took my right hand, went over my left shoulder, and gave you everything I had. Okay, and I'm telling you, oh, we good now? Come on, man. Are you out of your mind? Let me see here. But yeah, man, hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, we here. You know, this wasn't meant to be anything long or drawn out. Hey, you already know, beloved Akiyam and Akwal. We're rejoicing in this, man. We're relishing in the moment. You understanding that our salvation draweth nigh. Let me see something real quick. Let me get something to close out with. Matter of fact, I'll close out with what the brother just put up. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. The water Akiyam. Khan, and you, if Babak Washak, can you put verse 3 as well? And we out. Khan, the water Malak. There's the beloved brother Isaiah Idaho. All right, 1 Thessalonians 5:1. And it reads, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Right, because we're paying attention. We already know what it is. Again, we're measuring the times diligently. We're being circumspect. Okay, we understand what times we're in. All right, continuing on, verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, man. He's going to catch you people slipping. Jake, you know, you Jake out here slipping and sliding and moonwalking and gliding. All right, thinking that Babylon's going to last forever. Okay, like this place is never going to end. You hoping in this place, man. Guess what? You're going to fall with it. Okay, the Lord's going to catch you sleeping and slipping. Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 32 tells us he's going to, their foot shall slide in due time. You see, the Lord's going to catch you, man, when you're least aware. Let me continue on. Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, man. And you see how they're drawing this thing up. Okay, making it seem as if Trump did something significant. Okay, like there's not going to be any blowback. You know, what's wrong with these niggas, man? Edomites are something else, man. They're something else. Let me read that from the top. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when this is not the 1950s, man. You see, hey, Joel, let the weak say I'm strong. All right, this is we're in another time. All right, these smaller nations, there's triangular alliances, man. Okay, they're not rolling alone. They got their own nuclear weapons programs. Okay, you think you stop them by hitting 3 locations? You think they're bringing forth a nuclear weapon? You know? Man. Anyways, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them, as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, man. And this is just the reality of the story. Okay? And Lord willing, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua keeps us, preserves us, guides us, and guards us, man. Okay? Because, hey, we're doing what's required of us, man. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But yeah, man, we here. Akiyam and Akwath, I'm not going to hold you much longer. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Lord willing, you were edified. Hey, stay locked in. You know, keep your head on the swivel. You know, stay prayed up, fast as well as pray. You know, keep your medicine strong, as the beloved elder apostles say. You know, hey, we here. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwath. Hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Barakatah.